Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is George, Trading Futures Live here. Pre-market analysis for today, Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. My name is George. Franco can't be with us today, so I'm trading from my home office. Good news today. Well, big news today. We had CPI now at 8:30, so lots of movement in the market so far. Markets have shot straight up. We had CPI at 8:30 and core CPI month over month, 0.3 and 0.0. On a yearly, on an annualized basis, 8.5% down from the 9.1. So less than expected. And lower than last month. So some good news there as far as inflation. We may have met peak inflation. At the very least, it might just be starting to flatten out, which is what the markets have been waiting for this week. And so if we take a look at the markets overnight, they didn't really do anything overnight until the news, and they are all up tremendously. Let's actually go to a 2 hour. No, you know what? Let's go to a 4 hour. Because we can see now that it's broken the last 4 or 5 day highs. Russell hasn't actually, though, but the Dow has and the NQ hasn't. So the ES and the Dow have all broken the highs from the last few days. NQ is still, this is Monday's high. Basically tested it, but hasn't broken out of there yet, and neither has the Russell. So with that news, the VIX obviously down tremendously as well. The dollar came down quite a bit. That would be expectations that the Fed will not increase interest rates as much as I'm going to assume that even the basis points will go down. It was, I think it was looking to be another 75 basis points at the next Fed meeting, and it's probably going to go down after this inflation report, unless we have another inflation report before the next Fed meeting, and that changes. Crude basically flat, gold flat, shot up, spiked around, but also flat. So quite a big range today so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. Here on the weekly, ES, still bearish on this time frame, right? I needed to break out of this trend line for me to really be bullish on this, but we're neutral right now, neutral to neutral, bearish on this time frame. But I don't trade on the weekly. Nor do I necessarily even trade on the daily, but the daily is really going to determine my bias on the day. And if we take a look here, we have broken out of this range now with the news. We still haven't broken out of the zone that I have drawn out here. We're testing the highs from this level here, but a solid break out of that, and I will absolutely be bullish here. I am neutral bullish on this time frame right now, only because it's gone so much so far. If we take a look, I need to go to another chart real quick so that I can actually see how far we've moved. Give me 1 second. So far we've gone 87 points on the ES, which is already more than the daily ATR, so we've already exceeded the ATR on the day. Now, today is likely a trending day. We'll likely trend up the rest of the day, potentially. And if we do, the ATR is not something that we are going to necessarily concern ourselves with. A trending day can absolutely crush, can do double what the regular ATR is on a day, especially with news like we had today. So though we have exceeded the daily ATR, not something I'm going to necessarily concern myself with. So neutral bullish on this time frame, though. So that's going to be my bias on the day. Maybe look for a pullback to get in long, or we need to see a few tests of the high that it has created. Let's say it breaks down. So this is the 60-minute. Let's say it starts to break down from here, retests, creates some type of double top. That would be really the only way that I'd be looking to get in short. I don't even have any zones drawn out for today yet, but we'll mark out. See, it came up to this zone that I have here from yesterday and from a few days back. Which coincides with the high there. Really, we just have a racetrack back up. We could have, I do like all of these tops here as a potential new support. Previous resistance is new support. Could even mark off these highs here. As a potential zone there as well. And then as we go lower, we have a test here and kind of a test down here, and it was then resistance here, so mark out this level again as well. And then certainly the lows and the overnight lows from yesterday and the overnight lows from today I would mark out as well. We're a ways from these down here right now, though. We'd have to go way up to the left to see anything. So we're way back now in May territory. We've even tapped that high there, so yeah, we're testing these highs right now. If we break out from there, man, nothing but a racetrack up. Not really much in the way. Not really much in the way here. Got a little wick over wick here on the 1 hour. I really wouldn't concern myself with necessarily too much. Maybe see it as an area to break out to, give a little pullback before continuing to go long, and then, I mean, not much, certainly not on this hourly time frame until we get up into this level up here, which is another 70, 60, 70 points from where we're at right now in the market. So, so today it's going to be, really we're going to have to analyze in real time, have some pretty good analysis, understand that the day has already moved quite a bit. Will it continue? If it continues to break levels, we're going to want to be a little bit hesitant. We're going to want to see the NQ, though, break these highs. If we're going to be long in the ES, NQ is going to need to break these highs. Russell's going to need to break these highs that it hasn't. The Dow is already gone. See you later. I would say it's the strongest market right now, followed by the ES. But if the NQ starts to chop around, doesn't want to break new highs, I don't necessarily want to be long on the ES. So those are the types of things that I'm going to need to be looking at in real time today. To get into a trade, we're going to stay patient. We're going to look for the right setup. I'm going to be looking more so for kind of like double confirmations today. So what I'm going to be looking at, depending obviously on where we open up, but if we test these areas here and don't break to new highs, and the NQ doesn't break to new highs, I'm going to look to get short. If we do break out on a retest, I'd look to get long, but I would like to see strength from the NQ as well, kind of confirming this move to the upside as well as the internals. And those are going to be my two scenarios right now. For it to come down, we would maybe see if it comes down to this level, breaks down, and starts to show, again, some signs of strength there. But if it breaks through there, we'll maybe look to take it down to the overnight lows. Those are going to kind of be my scenarios for the morning, my if-then statements as we go into the open. Again, guys, Franco can be with us today. So I think Beto will be joining us in the live session. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll be back 9:25. Take care.